Good afternoon and welcome to Eastern Lifestyle. I'm your host, Davia Pugh.
And I'm your reporter, Kaylee Riccatelli.
We're so glad to have you with us today. Get ready for an awesome show. We'll get details about a fun upcoming food and wine festival hosted by an ECU school. We'll visit a mini donut food truck that travels all across ENC. Plus, you'll find out how to save some coins when you dine at this fantastic ENC restaurant. That's all coming up soon, but now let's get into what makes this day special.
So today is National 3D Day.
Ooh, I love a good 3D film.
So it's today because it is the third day of the third week of the third month.
Okay.
3D is for three dimensions.
I like that.
So it's 3 threes, right?
That's
so it's
cool.
I know. This is a fairly new day. It came about in 2020.
Oh, wow.
And it's kind of just to recognize 3D technology, and it's honestly a very difficult process and something that took forever to advance. And I looked up how 3D technology works, and it's actually really cool.
Ooh.
So the 3 dimensions are width, length, and depth. So normal movies or art or whatever use 2D, which is width and length, but 3D adds in depth. And the way it does that is because the way that your eyes perceive depth is because your right eye and your left eye get 2 slightly different images. And so then when they go into your brain pieces them together, and that's how you have depth perception. What 3D technology does is it mimics what your eyes do. So when you wear the one red lens and one blue lens 3D glasses, there are 2 images on the screen, one in red and one in blue. Your eyes are getting both of those images, and they piece them together to like almost have a false third dimension.
Wow.
And then
that's so cool.
I know. And then the newer glasses that are just like sunglasses are polarized. So kind of like polarized lenses to correct vision. It does the same thing.
Okay.
It picks up 2 images. And that's done with newer 3D cameras that they're on special rigs where the cameras are set about as far apart as your eyes are. And it'll catch 2 images, what each of your eyes would be seeing if they were there in person, and then those polarized lenses mash them together.
That is, wow.
Isn't that really interesting?
Yeah, that's really cool.
So I went down a huge rabbit hole looking that up for this show, and I was like, Kaylee, you have a minute to tell this.
No, that's great. I did not know the backstory behind like how 3D works.
Yes.
I knew it was like very intricate and it had to do with your eyes and what you see. That's amazing.
And the way the animated movies do it is they will duplicate, like they'll make the movie and they'll duplicate it in the way that the other eye would, and like your other eye would see it, and then they put those together.
That is so cool.
So it's a lot of technology and a lot of work that goes into making 3D movies for you to watch.
Yeah, wow. Well, you guys should check out a 3D movie today.
Yes.
If you can, you know, for 3D Day.
There's plenty out right now.
There's plenty out.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen Shrek in 3D. I saw Shrek. Well, no, I went to like Universal Studios or somewhere. And they have like a ride where you're seeing Shrek in 3D and you can feel, and it's also like real where you feel water like from
it's
Donkey.
Like 4D.
Yeah, like that's one of my favorite rides at that place. So.
I think the last movie I saw in 3D was How to Train Your Dragon.
Okay.
So it's been a while.
Okay, yeah.
But it was a really good one in 3D.
Yeah, awesome. Well, today is also Tea for 2 Tuesday.
Ooh.
Fun. I love tea. I'm a tea girl.
Yeah.
I love a good tea, hot.
Not so much, but the right tea I can get behind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this day is just for 2 or more people. It doesn't have to be just 2. Just enjoying a cup of coffee together. I mean, tea together. Coffee. A cup of tea. And it's for anyone who likes it. If you like tea, have tea today.
Nice.
It's a Tea Tuesday.
Yeah.
And just some fun facts about tea itself. It was discovered in ancient China, so, a long time ago. And then it became more popular by Catherine of Braganza, I believe that's how you say it. And she was Portuguese, and she married King Charles II in 1662. And then her dowry had several crates of tea, loose tea. And then that's how it became popular, by the royal court. And then it just became popular in England, and that's how tea became what it is today. It's popular over there.
Because of the dowry.
Because of the dowry that she brought and gifted to the family.
Wow.
Yeah, in 1662.
That's really interesting.
Yeah. Calling all foodies and wine lovers, Coming up, learn about a fun upcoming festival at ECU that will be full of unique flavors and experiences. Stay with us. Hey everyone, I'm your host Davia. Today we are getting all the awesome details about ECU's SHL's upcoming Food and Wine Festival. Thank you both so much for being here today.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having us.
Of course. So can you tell us the history and the purpose of the ECU SHL Food and Wine Festival?
Absolutely. We started this program 2 years ago. This will be our third installment of it, and the goal for us was to offer more experiential learning for our students, as well as give the residents of Greenville something to come out and experience.
What does this event have to offer residents of Greenville?
Residents are going to get that opportunity to come out, mix and mingle with each other and other community members, meet our students, as well as support them through obviously our scholarship drive, since all our ticket sales do scholarship opportunities for the students involved. But in general, they're going to get to come out and do all this kind of tasting, learn a little bit about food and wine and some area restaurants and area businesses.
Now, what would you say makes this festival unique, and what else can attendees expect?
Yeah, so this is a mix and mingle event, as we've said before, and we're going to provide a variety of food and wine samplings that are designed to complement each other. And the students are really the driving force behind this event, so our attendees get to come and interact with them as they'll be serving as our volunteers and staff members for the night, which is always really nice. And this year we'll have a variety of reds, whites, sparklings provided by Empire Distributors, TRM, on the square, and a new edition of a beer provided by Two Rivers Brewing, which is really exciting. Awesome. And then for our food, we're gonna have 10 to 12 different bites. Some are gonna be prepared by our students, and we're hoping to have some participation from local restaurants like we've had in years past.
So how does the festival benefit the hospitality program?
So the main way that it benefits the program and our students is that it is such a great experiential learning opportunity. The students get to apply the knowledge and skills they've learned in all of their classes with planning, execution, management, logistics, everything that goes into an event like this. And our professors are there every step of the way, and it creates this really nice unity across our program as we're working towards this common goal. And then of course we have our scholarship fund, which is awarded to students in our program. And as a scholarship recipient myself, it's really heartwarming and empowering to know that our program believes in us and in our futures as hospitality leaders.
Now, how can people get involved in this event?
So firstly, you can attend our event. This is where our students really thrive. They want that interaction. We want you to interact with them and see all of the hard work that they've put into this event. And then we also have some sponsorships.
Absolutely. We get new sponsors every year, but this year we have sponsorships through Golden Corral, Performance Food Group. Y'all over here at the news gave us a nice little sponsorship this year. So those all help progress our program and our event every single year, because it allows us to go a little bit bigger, a little bit brighter every year. And all of those ticket sales that we can get in when we have a bigger venue goes back and allows us to offer more scholarships each year to more students.
What are the event's details, and where can people purchase tickets?
So tickets are available on our Facebook page or our Instagram page. Our event website you can find on the School of Hospitality Leadership page on the ECU's website. And then you can also scan the QR code that's on the screen. So that'll lead you to the portal to buy those tickets. Tickets are on sale until the day of the festival, which is on March 28th. Ticket sales are cut off at 2 p.m. and the event starts 6:30. It'll go 6:30 to 8:30 on the 28th in the Grand Ballroom at the Health Sciences Student Center.
This is such an exciting event. It's really awesome that it's making a difference in students' lives as well.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much for sharing.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah,
course.
thank you.
This is such an awesome festival. Be sure to head to their website to get even more details and find out more about all you can do there. Stay tuned for more on Eastern Lifestyle. It's time for Quick Draw, where we draw something random in 30 seconds or less, and Kaylee's gonna be drawing today.
What am I gonna be drawing?
You're gonna be drawing 2 cups of tea.
Oh, for Tea for Tuesday.
Exactly.
Yeah, whatever that was.
Yes. We said it. They know what it means. Tea for Tuesday.
So,
what kind of tea are you gonna?
I'm gonna draw raspberry tea because that is
That's your fave.
my favorite. For a second there, I was gonna try to draw Chip from Beauty and the Beast,
Gotcha.
but
5 seconds.
that was not about to happen.
Stop. Oh, beautiful.
There's my tea for two.
Tea for two Tuesday.
Ready? Grab your cup. Ooh, what
Yum.
lovely tea we're having.
Lovely tea.
Coming up on Eastern Lifestyle, find out how you can get your hands and teeth on these fresh donuts with almost limitless flavor possibilities. The following segment is sponsored by Two Crazy Donuts. Since starting in 2019, the Two Crazy Donuts food truck has sold over 9 million donuts in 6 years all across Eastern North Carolina. Where did you get the name Two Crazy Donuts?
Well, for probably years, we thought about doing a food truck. So as we're riding to pick up the food truck in South Carolina, we're riding down the road, we're thinking, we gotta think of a name, She says, we have to be crazy at our age to start a food truck. So we started thinking about it, and then it's like, how about Two Crazy Donuts?
And so why donuts?
We love to eat. We go on vacation a lot. We love hot desserts. So every time we'd go to the different states, like Austin, Texas, up north to, say, New Hampshire or Boston, they had these little mini donut trailers, and there were always a line. So we started thinking, if we could do something like this at the coast, there's nothing like that. And back in 2019, there wasn't many food trucks. So we started thinking about it, doing some research, and we're like, let's try the mini donut option. Come out with like 4 or 5 flavors when we first started, and it's evolved to about 19 flavors and multiple combinations. So it could be 50, 60 varieties when you come to that window. They're all fried on site, and we love that fresh, hot donut idea. When we started, it was in the fall, and we didn't know how it was going to be, so I was working full time, she owned the business, and we just went out and doing it a couple days a week to see how this hobby worked out. What as it got better and better week after week, on our 2 days off, it was like, this could possibly be something we can retire with and do it in another career. And it did. It evolved from just Morehead City to Havelock for probably 4 or 5 months. And then towns like New Bern were saying, you need to come to our town. Well, we knew 2 days off, we ain't gonna do a whole lot, but we finally decided, well, let's try that. And then we kept evolving. But I would say the biggest advantage, negative or positive, is when COVID come out in 2020, you couldn't get in a restaurant. We had the lines lined up with signs saying stay 6 foot apart. There might be 100 people standing and just like this in the parking lot. So for us, it was a really good time to start a food truck. We built our following from that. I think now all platforms are about 40,000 followers. So it enables us to go out to pretty much anywhere and set and pretty much have a decent day because we have a good following in every town in Eastern North Carolina.
What's been your favorite part of having this food truck?
Meeting people. That experience, when they come, we don't just set up and say, this is a food truck. We give you experience. We'll make it exciting. Sometimes we play music. Now we've got into catering heavy. We do weddings. We do schools. It's a treat. They come up, we set for a few hours, play some music, have some lights out sometimes. It's that experience we give them. Great service and great quality product. That's what we build our name on.
You mentioned that you have like a very wide variety of flavors.
Mm-hmm.
What goes into introducing a new flavor or like gauging interest in bringing it in?
I think we use our wholesaler a lot to help us, but at the same time, if we think there's something different, we got some unique things in Eastern North Carolina, like a banana pudding that you don't see on the donut. We have to play with it, make sure you get the flavor right, do some sampling, and then it takes off from there. And then we introduce it on our page saying new flavor coming. Sometimes it could be limited time, like pumpkin cream cheese during the fall. We're working right now on a coffee flavor.
Of course, the Petersons wouldn't let me leave without trying some donuts for myself. Their best seller is cinnamon sugar, but my absolute favorite donut is strawberry ice with sprinkles, and I'm nothing if not loyal, so they gave me their own spin on it.
Oh, that's so good. I think that's actually better.
I got vanilla ice donuts topped with strawberry and sprinkles. You can find Two Crazy Donuts' travel schedule and more on their Facebook at Two Crazy Donuts or online at twocrazydonuts.com. The preceding segment was sponsored by Two Crazy Donuts.
It's time for the life hack of the day. Did you know that you can make crunchy taco shells by using a muffin pan? Just flip the muffin pan upside down and tuck soft tortillas between the cups. Bake at 375 degrees for 10 minutes and you'll have the perfect taco shells. You can put, you can make a taco salad, all kinds of stuff.
Sounds incredible.
It does. I never thought of that.
Like you can just make a little bowl.
Just make a little bowl of
That's
a tortilla.
phenomenal.
It really is. Never thought of that.
Oh my gosh, I need to try that next time.
I do too, because I love tacos. We know that.
And see, I was expecting you flip it upside down and then put the tortilla over the cups, but you put it in between them
and
to get it to fold up.
Up next is an opportunity for great savings at one of the best E&C restaurants. But before that, let's get into trivia. So which female author wrote the 12-volume Carolina series about Eastern North Carolina's history? Is it A, Adele Myers, B, Delia Owens, C, Inglis Fletcher, or D, Zelda Fitzgerald? We'll have the answer right after the break. Stay with us. All right, we are back. So if you guessed C, Inglis Fletcher, you are correct. Though not a native of North Carolina, Inglis was inspired to write her successful Carolina series after researching her maternal family's history in Tyrrell County. The historical fiction books focus on plantation families during colonial and revolutionary times in North Carolina.
The following segment was sponsored by Gwendy's Goodies.
Hey everyone, I'm your host Davia, and it's time for Be Our Guest, where we help you save money while having an amazing dining experience. Today we are at Gwendy's Goodies in Ayden. Be sure to go to WNCT.com and find the Be Our Guest tab to get your $50 certificate for only $25 because these will sell out fast. So we are here with Gwendy Michael, the owner of Gwendy's Goodies. Thank you so much for having us today.
Thank you for coming. I was really excited to have y'all here today.
Yeah, so this looks amazing in front of us. I know recently you all changed your menu to where you have lunch items now.
That's right. We were in an older location. We moved into this, renovated downtown Ayden because we're in love with Ayden and the possibilities of our downtown. And now in our new location, we're able to offer breakfast and lunch, which is something we couldn't do before. So that's been really fun.
That's very exciting. So let's just go ahead and get started. Let's start with breakfast, it's only right. Can you tell us what we have?
Okay, so this is a cheddar Parmesan roll. We call it our CPR breakfast.
Oh, CPR.
The cheddar Parmesan roll is unique to us. It's a recipe that we developed. Very cheesy yeast roll. And then on top of that, we put a sausage patty and egg, and it is probably one of our most popular breakfast items.
That sounds so good. I love cheese myself.
Oh yeah.
Looks delicious.
And then next to it is a hot dog kolache. That is actually kind of a Texas thing. We have them plain cheddar and jalapeno cheddar. So really, it's like a pigs in a blanket, but way upscale from that.
Okay,
Yep.
That sounds so good. So now we have this dish in front of us. Can you tell us what we have?
Okay, this is our famous Hawaiian chicken salad. Our cake artist, actually Rebecca, brought that recipe to us. It's got a little bit of lime, a little bit of honey, and some pineapple. We can't keep this in the case. It is so popular, it just sells. People love our Hawaiian chicken salad. It's really good on a croissant. There's some really healthy options, and that quinoa salad is a super grain. It's got lots of great things for you, and it's loaded with veggies and tomatoes and all sorts of fresh goodness.
Wow, that looks
So
delicious.
that's what's with that, yeah.
Okay.
It's really yummy. Yep.
Exciting. Now, can people switch out the sides if they'd like to with any of their dishes?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We have potato salad, we have quinoa salad, and sometimes we have Cuban black bean salad. So, or you could get it with chips if you're not a salad person.
Now we have this amazing looking soup dish. Can you tell us what we have?
Absolutely. That's our Ayden collard soup. We developed this for the Ayden Collard Festival. We wanted to have everything collard here. And it has been such a hit that we have been offering it every day since. It's got collards, it's got smoked sausage, carrots, onions, black eyed peas. It's made right here from scratch, and it is served with our amazing sourdough bread.
Okay, and this is homemade sourdough bread.
This is homemade sourdough bread. We make it right here, the whole authentic process of sourdough baking. We make sandwiches with the sourdough and we serve it with our soup. So we make eclairs here on Tuesdays, but it is a choux pastry filled with a Bavarian cream, again made right here, made from scratch, really yummy. And then we put a chocolate ganache on top. This is right here a chocolate espresso cheesecake. It's got coffee in it, it's got chocolate ganache on top, graham cracker crust, again, made from scratch, made right here.
That looks delicious. Cheesecake's my favorite dessert.
We always have cheesecake in the bakery case, cupcakes. We have a wide variety of goodies.
Well, thank you so much, Gwendy. And you all make sure to remember to go to WNCT.com, find the Be Our Guest tab to get your $50 certificate for only $25 because these will sell fast.
The preceding segment was sponsored by Gwendy's Goodies.
Do you want to be featured on Eastern Lifestyle? Whether you have a business or you're someone with an interesting story to share, just email us at easternlifestyle@WNCT.com for an opportunity to be featured. Thank you so much for being with us today. Remember to enjoy every moment of your Eastern lifestyle, and we will see you back here tomorrow. Segments of today's episode are sponsored by ECU School of Hospitality and Leadership, Two Crazy Donuts, and Gwendy's Goodies.